What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I want to talk about wasted knowledge or wasting knowledge. Um, we all understand that knowledge is just the accumulation of information. It's the accumulation and study and learning things that you didn't know, valuable information. And that information, uh, if used, can absolutely change your life and be beneficial to you, but it can also be beneficial to the people around you by you spreading that knowledge to your community and to the whole world as a whole if you start to exemplify what it is that you've accumulated. Um, Too many of us are guilty of sitting on knowledge. Sitting on knowledge is a very risky thing to do because number one, it's very selfish. That's number one. When you have gained information that you know could possibly save somebody's life, could possibly change somebody's condition, and think about this on a smaller level. Think about. I'm gonna give you an example. One time we had we had a rainstorm in Houston. It was years back. This was probably 2 decades ago, long time ago or more. And I was coming, me and one of the homies, we was coming down my street, coming through the neighborhood, coming down my street. And there was a lady and her daughter in the middle of the street, and they was waving us down like, no, no, stop, 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 don't come any further. And we in a car. It's like, man, what's wrong with these people? So it's water in the streets, and we kind of dip our head out the window like, hey, what's going on? And the little girl and the mother was like, look, there's a power line down. There's some kind of line that went down, and it was under the water, so we couldn't see it. So they were basically saying, don't go this way because we don't know if you ride over that it may electrocute and cause a serious problem. So they had knowledge of something that we didn't have knowledge of, and they chose to take to the streets and share their knowledge and warn people of something that could have been impending because we had no knowledge of it. So we went around and made it to my house from a different way. Now, so that's on one level, but that happens all the time. There could be things that you know that somebody else doesn't know, that you understand in your heart that if I don't inform this person and they go in blindly, it can mess them up. That's how knowledge should be looked at on bigger scales, on major scales of life. There's so many things that we take the time out to know, take the time out to learn and read and study, research, all these good things. But this research and this study cannot be just for us. And it can't be done from a standpoint of arrogance just to say, look what I know, look how smart I am, look how knowledgeable I am, and to look down on other people who may not even be aware that this information even exists. That knowledge is given to you with a responsibility. And that's what we got to understand. Any wisdom that God blesses you to acquire, it comes with a responsibility, not to just put it in your pocket and keep it for yourself. It's to make other people knowledgeable, because the first thought you got to understand is that whatever it is you were blessed by the Most High to bestow it on you, and it's not yours. All the knowledge, all the wisdom, all the understanding, it comes from the Creator. So it's not yours. So to become egotistical, to become arrogant behind some information that you gain, and you either don't share it or you lord over people with it, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. And it can also be dangerous in the fact that your attitude can turn people off of the knowledge, even when it's true. Even when what you have to offer is true, your presentation of it can turn people off. And somebody will turn away from the truth, a life-saving truth, simply because you didn't have the humility to display it in the proper way. Or you made them feel inferior because you knew it and they didn't. That's one level. To waste that knowledge is to just sit on it. To just sit on it. If the scripture says my people perish from a lack of knowledge, then it's basically saying, okay, people are dying based on what they don't know. People are dying based on what they don't know. And to not have the knowledge is already a form of death. It's mental, spiritual death. See? So we can't waste knowledge even within ourselves. We can't even just sit up and hold it and become lazy with it when there are things that we should be doing just with our individual selves with what we know. People say it all the time, man, that boy too smart to be laying around here doing nothing. Man, that girl got plenty sense. They might say, oh, she got 2 degrees and man, she ain't doing nothing with herself. Wasted knowledge. Because we're not utilizing wisdom, which is the use of the knowledge. See, you can have it all day, but if you're not using it, then you're not wise. The wise person accumulates it, then puts it to use, starts working it in order to make their life and the lives of other people better. It's bigger than being an individual. We cannot be individualized in our thinking. We can't do that. We have to make sure that our thinking is based around the whole. And once we get to that point, then we will become enthusiastic. We will become excited to share whatever it is we get with the rest of us. I want my brother to know. I want my sister to know. I want people around me to know what I know, and I'm obligated to deliver it even if they reject it. Because what one person may view as knowledge, somebody else may see it as nonsense, or they may see it as worthless, or they may see it as something that is irrelevant to their life. Like, this has no bearing on me. But once you delivered it, you did your job. So keep that in mind moving forward, y'all. Don't waste knowledge. It's like wasting talent. You have all this ability, but you're sitting on it and doing nothing with it. And a lot of times we do that, and then we wonder why we haven't made any advancements in our life. Because we're sitting around waiting on Casper the Friendly Ghost to sprinkle a spell on us, a blessing on us, and change our life. We have that power. We have that power. So leave your comments below on this topic. Hope it helps somebody. And something I forgot, drop it in the pot. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I'll see y'all. Probably hit y'all with another one a little bit later on. All right, peace.